Hey everyone, it's Amador, and I'm here today with my first guest design team project for Gina's Designs. Now, Gina's Design Store actually sells laser cut chipboard pieces, and they are awesome. They're very thick, very sturdy, and some of the pieces, I got several 3D pieces, and some of them are just phenomenal. They just lock in, and once you purchase these items, she also emails you the instructions to assemble them and everything. But and of course, I will leave the links to the store, to the blog, where you guys can see most of the projects before they're posted. And it's super awesome. So you guys go ahead and check them out. She has really cool stuff. Okay, so let me show you what I use. I use the memory keeping organizer. Now the cool thing with this thing is it's generally meant for like project life organizing or pocket cards, whatever you want to call them. But this is actually going to be a gift for someone, and I'm going to show you guys at the end of the video like different what I think the person's going to use it for. But let me just stop babbling and let me show you guys what I made. Here it is. And you guys know how I like my antiques, my vintage looking things. I wanted this to look like this cute little sewing display on like a little quilt shop or something like that. That's why I use the different papers that look like fabrics, because most of I use the I use the two new pads. I use the Happiness is Homemade and Tiny Treasures, and they have very much of a sewing theme. Now I do have other laser cuts. At Gina's Design, they have awesome laser cuts with a sewing theme. I was going to use it, but when I started putting things in here the way the person's going to use it for, they started kind of stumbling, and they were getting caught, and I didn't want them to be messed up. So I'm going to use those for another project, so look out for that. My mind started reeling when I started playing with these things, because I got several things and I got tons of stuff in my design team package. So, and you will see those more other things coming soon. So yes, for my next follow-up projects for the month of November. So this is, so like I said, I used those pads. I did use some of these Ranger feet, and I just painted them, and then just wiped it off, and that's chalk paint, and I spray painted the entire thing. Now I was going to paint it with chalk paint or something like that, but I got lazy. I'm not gonna lie, I got lazy, and I painted it with an ivory paint to give it that color, because the color goes so perfectly with this paper collection that I use. So let me show you guys also what you get when you order these. I actually ordered extra these because I was thinking of making a pocket page organizer for myself. It comes with a set of these divider cards. So let's say that's for the 4x6, and it comes with a set, if I can figure this out, a set of 3 of the 3x4, and these go in here. So ideally, the 3x4 cards go here, the 4x6, and the back side is a full panel, so you can stick embellishments, stickers, all of that other stuff that you want to put in there for your projects. And it doesn't have to be a project life. It could just be your organizer for your stickers. You can even use this back part for dies, whatever you want to use. You can use it for quite a bit of stuff. You can put your tools in here. I just happen to have like just some random things on my desk. If you wanted to use it for just like a tool organizer, maybe put your adhesives in there. You can do all kinds of stuff. I was about to put my scissors in there, but they don't have the sheath on them, and I don't want that to get messed up. But yeah, so you could put all kinds of stuff in there, maybe like not in the back one. And in the back one, you can put other stuff. So yeah, and it's flat, so it's on the, it would be on the surface, unless you wanted to put some of these feet on there. And then now it's pretty sturdy. It is very, very sturdy, but just in case, you never know when you send it to somebody if they're going to put something on it. I just went ahead and I cut up chipboard. I know that's very basic, but I cut a chipboard and I glued enough of it to put right in the middle in a very wide, like 2x4 section, 2 inch by 4 inches, for it to hold on to it. So, but you get all of these. Now the cool thing is, I didn't realize until I got it, is that this has it's angled, so it's not just straight back, which I think that is amazing. Like, it's amazing. Like, seriously, like when I had it to get, I didn't realize it until I was actually assembling it, that it was this way. And I'm like, no way. How awesome is that? Because that way you could see everything as it goes back. And let's see, the actual size of this is, if I'm not mistaken, it's like, it's almost 12 by 13, and it's pretty big, you guys. So let me go ahead and get a little closer. And it actually interlocks, so you see how tight it is. I used just quick dry, and it interlocks into everything. As you can see, you have really clean connections. Super, super awesome. I'll show you the bottom, which is probably, you know, you can see where they pop in to the sections. So yeah, so let me just kind of give you a little tour. I used all the same paper going across, and it looks like a little boutique. Now I used this paper all the way around the entire thing. Trust me, trying to figure out these angles wasn't easy. But also on the corner, since this is, since lengthwise here, it's more than 12 inches, I went ahead, because this way it's less than 12 inches. I went ahead and just made this, I took a sheet of paper, a piece of paper which was like, I think it's like 4 inches high, and it was almost 4 inches wide, and then I just scored it in the middle, and then I punched it with my Martha Stewart punch, and I made like a cute little border, and, you know, to cover up the little section, which is probably like less than half an inch, that wasn't covered by the 12 by 12 paper. Hopefully that's making sense, and I'm not just, you know, losing my mind. So let me show you the backing, and I glued this on with E6000 and hot glue. The hot glue to instantly hold it, and the E6000 for it to stay. This was an old sign. Actually, this was a sign that I got at Hobby Lobby, and it was like on clearance or something like that. And I got it for like 50 cents or something. And then the funny thing is, on the other side it said Wild Wild West, and I had like cowboys. I just like the shape, so I just kind of distressed it a little bit. Went over, dry brushed it with the chalk paint, and I did on both sides, but I glued the paper onto the front part. And here I just used some embellishments. This is from the most of these are from the Happiness is Homemade. And if you can see, I actually took some of the button cards and put actual buttons on there. And since I'm a sewer now, I sewed them. I'm so proud of myself. I didn't just hot glue them. I sewed them. Now, I actually have the thread that matched the thread there that is on these spools. So I went ahead and just covered it with real thread there, and I glued it as close as I could to the backing, so when the person putting things in and out wouldn't mess it up too much. And here's another one with the blue, the little flower that I got there. I used this is one of the actual printed ribbon cards. I was thinking of putting glossy accents on there, so I'll see. It's just that it takes forever to dry, and I would have to dry it on its side. I mean. And here is another thread card, and this one has the pink thread, and you can see the actual print underneath, but and this thread on top. And this is a little spool cut out. Now, because I expect the person to be putting things in and out, I went ahead. Now, I did the tail of the doll is a dimensional on chipboard. Oops, sorry, on chipboard. But what I did was I glued the wings because the tips would get caught on stuff to the actual sign, and then I glued the legs down. So see, it's not going to interfere. Now this is sticking up a little bit, but I reinforced it a bit with some chipboard. But it's not too far out that it's going to fall off or whatever. I felt that if I put it a little bit lower, the legs would be down here and you kind of wouldn't see it, but it kind of shows better. And in the last one, since the width is more than 12 inches, there's this one paper that has like the little stripe, the little piece of fabric with like a pajama closer with the buttons. I just cut off and covered the piece there, and then used another one here. So basically I extended that paper because that was this paper. And yes, but all of it, look at you guys, there's super very good connection. When I was snapping everything in, it went perfectly. I didn't have like, you couldn't see like holes in between them and everything, so it's super awesome. I'm super impressed. I just loved it by the idea of it, but I'm super impressed now that I actually got to use it and have it in front of me. So yeah, So that's my, I don't even know what to call it. It's a little storage organizer for like flowers and fabrics and stuff like that if you didn't want to use it for the Project Life stuff. But you can also still use it for other things. And actually, let me see. I think, because the funny thing is I actually cut the paper, but for some reason I couldn't remember. Yeah, look. You can fit 6x6 pads on this one and on this one. And in the back, you can actually fit larger paper pads. But if you wanted to use it for, this would make I'm like all excited. This would make like a really cool card making station. Like, think about it. You can have the envelopes back over in the back. Let me grab some right now, because I actually have a full drawer with envelopes. Okay, the envelopes go in the back. Here's your 6x6 paper pads. You can have four sections of them, and here all of your embellishments, your stickers, and all of that stuff. How cool would that be? Now I'm probably gonna have to order more of these. If anything, like I said, this is going to be a gift, and I think hopefully the person likes it. And so yeah, but let me put some stuff in there to give you guys an idea of what I think the person's going to use it for, and they're probably going to give it away. That's going to give away the who's receiving it. So anyway, so yeah, so hold on. Okay, so here's what it looks like in its full-on glory, I guess. This is, now that this is this way, who the person that's receiving it is probably going to guess it was for them. So anyway, so here it is, and of course you can use this with the Project Life cards, the pocket card organization and everything, but it can also be used for this awesome little display. And you guys know how I love my antiques and love my vintage looking things, so that's kind of what I was going for. There's a lot of glue, there's a lot of E6000 for the feet, and and the panel. So, but that is another way. And these are fabrics and fat quarters, and these are my little macaroons, some spools. These are just some flowers. Basically, I just threw these things in here real quick just to show you guys what it would look like all completed. So yeah, so you guys go and check out Gina's store. That's Gina's Design, and I will of course leave the link in the description. And hopefully the shadow wasn't cast too much and you guys can see everything, and hopefully you guys can see my big arm and stuff. But so yeah, so I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think, and I hope that the person receiving this likes it as well. So anyway, all right, so I will talk to you guys soon. Go check it out. Check out the store, you guys. Check out the blog. Tons and tons of stuff, tons of inspiration, but especially all of these die cut, all of these laser cut things, die cuts. Oh my goodness, seriously, get with it, buddy. So yeah, so you guys check it out, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, everyone.